Hi everyone, and welcome to today's Pick a Crystal reading. Today's video are videos that I don't do very often in my opinion, but I do love doing them. We are going to be asking Spirit for career/life advice. So I do have to do a little disclaimer. This is a legal disclaimer. I'm technically not a financial consultant. I'm obviously not an accountant. I'm literally just a tarot reader. So today's video is aimed at giving you information based on my intuitive messages, but ultimately the choice is yours, you guys. And now more than ever, because we have to talk about this legally, because this involves money, it's a good time to practice your discernment and to decide whether or not you want to use this information or whether or not you just want to go with what your gut is telling you. So I did offer us 5 groups today. I think choices are a necessity in life. It's a common example of free will in my opinion, but we do have 5 choices so that you can pick and choose. If you don't resonate 100% between a certain message, you can always go back and pick a different group, or you can come back in some time and decide you want to pick a different group as well. So speaking of the groups, group 1 over here, we have the Smoky Quartz Crystal. Kirk's just coming inside, you guys. He might growl us because he thinks I forgot about him outside. Group 2, hi sir. Group 2, you have the raw black tourmaline. I didn't forget about you. It's okay. Have some water, please. Group 3, you have the brand new Labradorite crystal that was gifted to me yesterday, so I'm very excited to share this with you guys. It has sentimental value to me. Came from a dear, dear friend. Group 4, you guys are the Howlite crystal. And group 5, you are the rock/clear quartz crystal. So just another disclaimer, this is an illegal one. I'm using a new mic, you guys, so I apologize in advance if the audio is testing us. Until I figure out how to make the most out of this mic, it may just be a little bit choppy, but I'm hoping to improve the audio in general so that it can be more of like an ASMR experience for us, just better quality in general. So those are the 5 groups today. When you are ready, when you know which of these 5 groups you're feeling most called to, the timestamps will be down below. Otherwise, give yourself time, pause the video now, and join us in your reading when you're ready. Hi group 1 and welcome. If you chose the Smoky Quartz Crystal, then this is going to be your reading. So group 1, we're asking Spirit for advice and information around your career at the moment, your life in general if that comes out, but we're focusing on your finances and your career. So group 1, please Spirit. What advice do you have for them around their finances and career? What advice do you have for group 1 around their finances and career, Spirit? What advice do you have for group 1? We have the 2 of Wands over here telling us to keep our options open. They're also asking you to explore something further, something that's piqued your interest. You've got a curious decision to make, and it will be easier if you explore the way your passion is guiding you. They're encouraging you to follow either something that's more creative or something that gives you a lot of passion to do. It could be both for some of you. They're now showing us the 3 of Swords reversed, so it's important that you put your interests first. They're asking you to not get too attached to how other people are going to be impacted by this. They really want you to look at this very clearly from your best interest point of view. I'm seeing that for some of you, this is either a family situation or you're worried about how this is going to impact people that you care about. It's interesting. I see that for right now, they're asking for you to follow what is giving you a sense of like passion and interest. I don't see you making any bold moves in your career or finances. I'm going to be honest. I see a lot of reflection. I see a need to think about things before you take action. And I see that the outcome is success. The outcome is stability. The outcome is you having more, I want to say stability. Stability is coming through strong with the 4 of Wands. It's impacting your home situation somehow, though. That's the only other thing. Can we clarify the 4 of Wands, please, Spirit? How is this impacting their home situation? We have the 6 of Cups reversed. Okay, so this is interesting in a finances reading. I feel like whatever you're worried about, do what you know is right, what you feel is right, not what you think is right, but what your energy is telling you this is what you need to do, because the outcome here is that you're going to be very rewarded. You're going to feel safe. That's the best way I can describe this energy. The Six of Cups and the Four of Wands as an outcome is telling me that you're very safe, you're very protected. It tells me that you have people around you that support you in this decision making as well. So I'm not too sure what you're worried about with this Three of Swords, Spirit. Well, can you clarify the Three of Swords? What is Group 1 worried about when it comes to their finances? Five of Cups, you're worried about losing. You're worried about hurting somebody else potentially, or maybe this is about gaining financial independence for some of you. Maybe what you want to do isn't what others want you to do. I see that overall there is going to be a temporary feeling of loss of pleasure, to say the least, but it is an emotional thing. It's not a monetary thing. It's something that is natural. It's healthy if you're an empathetic, kind person, but you're going to get over this quickly because it's what you're meant to do. With the Three of Swords reversed, they really don't want you to think about how this is going to affect others. They're asking for you to consider your own happiness here, because you will get through this quickly if you do that. The Three of Cups reversed, yes, they're saying remove people from the situation. Other people's energies are only making this complicated. Think about what is going to make you happy. What do you need to do to make yourself happy? Can we clarify what the Two of Wands is, Spirit? What is this decision they need to make? Group 1, what is this decision they need to make around their finances? It may include emancipating yourself from an organization, following what your heart is telling you, and working alone rather than in a group. It could be a long-term thing. Study could be required to pull it off. And I also see here that it's either something that you don't feel you have a great deal of experience in, or it feels like it's just a silly, whimsical dream or passion that isn't going to get you anywhere. But can we get a clear information around what they should be doing with that Two of Wands, Spirit? What is the clear advice for Group 1? Yeah, Nine of Cups reversed. They're saying that, listen, you don't have to do anything, but at the end of the day, what are you going to regret most? With the Nine of Cups reversed, you have a lot of reason here to feel proud for what you achieved, to not feel guilty. There's this feeling of guilt here. If you step towards it, I feel like you feel guilty with the Nine of Cups reversed. When the Nine of Cups is upright, it's a feeling of material happiness. It's a reason to be proud. Like, look what I've achieved, look what I've accomplished. From a sense of wanting to be recognized in a loving way, not as like a look how expensive my clothes are now that I've achieved all of this. It's a very wholesome level of pride and recognition. It's a feeling of wanting your loved ones to be proud of you. But when it's reversed, it's like you feel guilty. You can't flex this proud feeling. You can't talk about the success because it's either something that others aren't experiencing, or you may have had to lose others in order to experience this. So they really do want you like to think, if you don't do this, are you going to regret it for the rest of your life? For some of you, it's not that drastic, but for many of you, it's a feeling of unwarranted guilt. You don't need to feel guilty for being successful. The Four of Pentacles reversed is telling me that there is a practical plan that needs to be adhered to around budgeting, around when and how to make the right move, around really measuring what you're putting into this versus what you're getting out. If you are starting your own business with the Hierophant reverse, they're encouraging you to look at this and plan this very practically from step by step. You know, do you need to get financial advice from an accountant or from a solicitor if you're at that level, or even a financial advisor, someone who can sort of break it down for you and encourage you to get support from other avenues as well. Depending on where you're at with this, the Four of Pentacles upright is saying that slow, practical movements are going to garner the success that you need. And I see you doing a lot of this by yourself. I see you coming into a lot of stability, and I see you being in a position of needing to kind of remove people from this decision-making process. They want you to make this situation simple. Not everybody needs to be involved in this. All the threes that I've seen are reversed, which tells me this isn't as complicated as it should be. The only way that you can expand is if you do this with your own needs at the forefront. We can't be catering for everyone in this situation. And I'm sorry if this is a difficult message to hear, because I feel like these people are family or they're loved ones who you do care about. But I think that they are holding you back, Group 1. So can we address the Nine of Swords reverse, Spirit? Spirit's saying you're going to have an epiphany very soon about what you need to do. And until that moment, you don't need to rush. They're encouraging you to explore your options, to gather more information around what you're passionate about doing. You may need to ask a professional for advice in this part, but they are asking you to separate your sentimental attachment to the people involved here. I know that sounds really cold, but they really want you to look at this from what is going to make me happy and which outcome is going to garner the less regret. But what is this epiphany, Spirit? What is the Nine of Swords reversed for group 1? They're showing me the Seven of Pentacles. So depending on how quickly it takes for you to realize what you need to do depends on the outcome here. The Seven of Pentacles as a blockage card tells me that this could be a very, very slow moving group 1. Your progress is guaranteed, but it is reliant upon you taking action. There's only so much the universe can give you, and I feel like they've been hinting and suggesting at what you need to do, but it's really about you taking those steps and making that practical plan so that you can achieve your goal here, so that you can have what you desire. It feels like it's centered around a home. For some of you, you could be working towards buying a home, and they want you to get more serious about your budgeting, get more serious about how you're going to achieve this, to not think about what is holding you back or who is holding you back, and more so about how can I get out of this and towards what I deserve. The Seven of Pentacles as a blockage tells me that it's all up to you and the practical movements that you take. If you give one step forward, the universe will give you one step forward as well. But if you sort of do a tentative little step in and step out, then the universe is only going to delay this further. They really want you to prove that you are committed to this, because it's your actions that are making this happen. There's only so much magic that they can do for you before you do need to show that this is what you want. Is there any other advice around this, Spirit? Anything else that you want them to know? Temperance, they're asking you to balance your energy. So potentially your resources are needing to be refined. How much are you spending if this is something that you need to save for? Or how much energy are you giving to things that are fickle, things that don't matter, things that don't lead towards the success that you want? They're saying that it is possible to correct this. You are destined to have this in your life. With the Six of Swords here, they are asking you to be careful about who you're considering. Who are you looking after? Who needs to come forward in this boat, in this journey? The Six of Swords upright is confirmation of success for me. The bottom of this card says Lord of earned success. So your clear thinking, your clear decision making will lead to clear success, but you need to act upon the epiphany when it happens. And we also have the Ace of Swords reversed. So this is interesting because we're talking about clear messages and clear communication, and Ace of Swords reversed is like a rejection almost. It's like the universe saying, no, that's not possible. No, that can't happen. Or no, I'm sorry, that's not possible. So they're almost hinting that unless we go forward with the clarity that we have, unless we take action towards what we know is true, then we're going to continue to be rejected. This offer will never happen unless we try. If you don't try, you never know. Is there anything else you'd like to offer from the tarot? Seven of Swords. They're saying that there is a lot of fear involved in this situation. There is a lot of energy that needs to be overcome internally. We are fighting an internal battle here. Our internal self is wanting us to do one thing, like maybe your ambition saying, we can do this, I can do that. Like, yes, it's easy, we can do it. And then a behavioral pattern is doing the other. So they seem to be highlighting spending and budgeting for some reason. Also, this card talks about the South Node and the Mars planet. So South Node is an energy of like your past and what is holding you back. So actions from your past is what they're indicating are holding you back here with Mars and the South Node. Actions from your past are holding you back. Bottom deck energy is Fortitude reversed. You need a lot of patience, but only towards yourself. This is possible. You can do this. You can really do this. And they do want to support you in doing this. They want you to be successful, but it is about your actions here and what you choose to step towards. They really want you to look at your future as it doesn't have to be as complicated as it was in the past. There are easier ways to do it now than when you tried the first time, for example. I feel for some of you, it's really about making that first step and committing to an ongoing plan with the Four of Pentacles. They want clear, consistent actions. It doesn't have to be, unrealistic, just a little bit here and there. As long as you're consistent and you have a clear plan, then the universe is going to reward you tenfold. But they do need you to prove to yourself that you are going to do this. With the Fortitude card reversed, the only person you're really lying to and letting down is yourself. And I don't mean to really roast you here, but I do want you to know that if this is something that you really want, the only person you have to prove anything to is yourself. The only person that you have to impress is yourself. The only person that you have to answer to is yourself. And that also means releasing these people who feel that they have a reason or a rhyme to be there. It feels like this doesn't even need to be in our energy right now. Maybe we need a bit of time to sort this area of our life out, to declutter our emotions and to pay respects to certain connections and to really give ourselves a period of grieving if that's what is necessary here. But when you have that moment of clarity, they're saying that your actions will make a massive difference. If you choose to act on that clarity, you are going to be so much closer to achieving this. If you choose not to act, you will be rejected. If this is an application, if this is a loan, and you don't act quick enough, you will be rejected, is what they're saying with the Ace of Swords reversed. So it's very harsh advice, but I think it's very honest, and it's the kind of advice that you would want to hear, because this is something that feels time sensitive if it's an application. Group 1, please, Spirit, what other advice do you have for them pertaining towards their finances and career? We have you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. I feel that in the sense of this could be a home as well that you're applying for. And what do you need to release? Okay, so that's telling me that there are emotional connections in your life that you need to release, that you need to stop worrying about, because they are taking up too much of your energy. Your emotions are running high, supermoon. They're taking up too much time and energy. That is confirmation of the messages we were receiving here with the 2 3s reversed and the 5 of Cups. What else can you offer Group 1, Spirit? What other advice can you offer Group 1 around their finances? We have the Ocean. So they want you to cover a distance. Interesting. They want you to expand the way that you've been looking at things. What else can you tell Group 1, Spirit? What advice do you have around their career? The Shadow. So there is something that needs to be healed. It's important that you put your well-being first. It's really important that you prioritize your mental health, your general self-care. If this is a period of grieving, if this is a period of needing to recalibrate your emotions, take time out to do that. With the 5 of Cups upright, they're encouraging you to do that. The only reason the 2 3s are reversed is because you don't need other people to do that. They're encouraging you to heal alone. They're encouraging you not to re-trigger yourself and not to complicate the situation further by trying to involve other people. It will only make it more messy. They're also saying with the Temple here that your home is a sacred place, and they want you to treat your body like a sacred place too. But your home keeps coming up here. So they really want you to look after your home. This has something to do with a house. This has something to do with structure and stability. And with the Temple here, they want you to look at this as an opportunity for peace. They want you to look at this as the ultimate connection to self. Okay, interesting. I got a mental blank and then that card came out. So I see these two correlating together. This is honestly a very empowering thing that you should feel very proud about. It feels like a level of recognition that you're not getting from the people around you, but you need to know that your guides and your spiritual team are very, very proud of you for what you are going to do towards this, because I do think that you're going to pull through. I do think that you're going to act upon this clarity, and I do think that you're going to have success. The only thing standing in the way is your fear and this action from your past, not redoing these cycles that are holding us back. They really want you to create a practical plan that is going to honor the path ahead. I also feel with the Temple that they really want you to know that it's okay to take time out to look after yourself. You don't have to, you don't have to move a mountain in a day. It's just about small, consistent actions. As long as you can be consistent here, that's fine. Take time out to look after your well-being, prioritize your mental health, prioritize your self-care. But as long as you're consistent here with this goal, you will be successful. Bottom deck energy is the prayer. So they actually say that you should be calling on your angels for more support than you already are. They want you to call on them. They want to be able to help you. Yes, they are encouraging you to take physical action, but if you need emotional support, your angels are there. So Group 1, please, Spirit, what closing advice do you have for them around their career and finances? We are offered advice from all directions on how to best live our lives. The best way for you is the way you choose for yourself again and again every morning. Isn't that interesting? We're talking about decluttering your energy, releasing people, and letting go of situations where we have turned to for closure because they are only going to complicate the road ahead. The best way for you is the way you choose for yourself again and again every morning. That's that clear, consistent energy that they were talking about every morning. It might be helpful for you guys to just do a little affirmation every morning to yourself, saying, I am capable, I'm strong, and I am successful. Simple as that, you know, in those moments where you're doubting, in those moments where you're afraid, in those moments where you want to connect with energies that are distracting and unhelpful, it may be helpful to just say, I can't even remember what I said now, but just a simple affirmation that confirms the path that you're moving towards and confirms the actions you want to take. And we always say things as I am, not I will, not I may, not I could, I am. Very confirming of what we want to be right here, right now. Your bottom deck energy is find clues to help you get nearer to your dreams. Remember, the best clues are often disguised. What clues can you find today? These two cards hardly ever come out, and I take that as a sign as you're on a very unique journey. Trust you're in a compass, but I hope this reading was successfully helpful in at least giving you additional information or confirming what you already know. That's the power of tarot. It is highly confirmational. So I don't mean to use so many big words, but it's one of those things that often will only confirm what we already know. Even if that information was subconscious or subliminal before, it's not something that we don't already know. It's tapping into an energy that has always been there. It's just sometimes helpful to have somebody else point that energy out to us when we are distracted by the noise in our lives. So I wish you so much success, so much love, so much joy, so much positive energy, Group 1. Take what resonates. Don't let the rest take from you. This has been your career/finances advice reading. Look after your beautiful self, and I shall see you in another video. Bye. Hi Group 2 and welcome. If you chose the black tourmaline crystal, then this is going to be your reading. Group 2, I'm using a new microphone today. I hope it's not too awkward of an audio session for us. We'll see how we go. I hope this mic works well. Let's just cross our fingers and our toes. Group 2, we are asking Spirit today for career and finance information. Now, Group 1's energy was very general, so I don't know what's going on. I picked 5 groups to get specific information, and I also tried to, well, this is a topic that usually doesn't get a lot of views, so I was expecting very clear information. We'll see how we go. I'm going to try to finesse the energy as much as I can to get consistently clear energy and results for us, but we'll see how we go. Group 2, please, Spirit. Can we very clearly get some career financial advice for Group 2? And don't forget about my disclaimer in the beginning. I'm not a legal or financial professional. By all means, get professional advice if that is something that you feel like you need. I just hope that this reading will help you connect with your intuitive mind more. Group 2, please, Spirit. Career financial advice. What do you have for beautiful number Group 2? What advice and career? Oh, hello. Princess of Wands, exciting. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. I'm hearing study for some of you. I'm hearing passion for all of you. Creative solutions for most of you. There's a strange energy, actually. There's a curious energy behind that Page of Wands. We talked about the Wands recently on Patreon. I'm doing a How to Read Tarot Like Me session over there, and I do feel a curious energy from this Page of Wands in particular. Interesting. There's something you want to do. You're curious about it. You're excited about it. You just don't have a lot of experience with it. What's going on? Group 2, please, Spirit. What career and financial advice do you have for them? Group 2. Hello, 6 of Pentacles, balancing out old loans, potentially paying off a loan or using a loan to get more financial success. There's going to be a temporary pause there where you feel like, goodness me, what have I done? Have I done the worst, most craziest thing? And that pressure, that temporary stress is going to lead to a simple solution with the 2 of Pentacles reversed. Perhaps you did take on too much. So be careful if you're getting a loan, Group 2. I see that this could help you get your results quicker, but I see that it is going to add stress to your life. It's going to make you second guess whether you did the right thing. There's going to be a split moment there of, oof, goodness, what do I do? And with the 2 of Pentacles reversed, they're ultimately saying that what's going to happen is you're going to choose to drop something because you were carrying too much. Either you were taking on too much financial responsibility, you had taken on too many responsibilities in the workplace, or you had chosen you had applied for two sort of things and you had to pick one. There's a feeling here of needing to simplify your circumstances, choosing very clearly between two options here is what they're saying. So can we clarify the energy of the Princess of Wands? What's going on over here for group 2 with this Princess of Wands spirit? Yeah, many of you, it's a decision. It's stepping towards something. With the Hanged Man reversed, I see hesitation. I see a desire to be very, very sure and very, very clear before you do take that step. And I also see an interesting energy of like, you know the answer. You just don't trust yourself enough to take that risk forward. We have the Ankh symbol of life here on this beautiful card. So I honestly feel like you kind of know what you're supposed to do. You kind of know what direction you're supposed to take. I just think you don't really trust yourself yet. You're wanting to pause. You're wanting to see very clearly through the illusions to make sure that this is the right decision to make. So what is the advice when it comes to that period of this financial situation? Yes, listen, you do know with the Lovers here, you're going to make the right choice. There are no such thing as wrong choices. There's just a such thing as a more difficult, more well-earned road to success. For you guys, you're not going to make the wrong choice. You do need to act quickly is what they're saying. Don't sleep on this for too long with the Four of Swords reversed. In fact, they're saying that if you don't act quick enough, you could lose this opportunity. But at the same time, I don't see that happening. It's more of just like a little thing, a little note to add at the end of this. With the Four of Swords reversed, they're saying don't sleep on this opportunity. Definitely step towards this. With the Lovers here, it could be something to do with paperwork. I'm getting a lot of air energy here. Even though we've got water and fire, it feels like it's an air thing. It's something you need to take action towards. It's something that could require you signing something or researching something first or talking to someone about it first, having an interview first. There's something here about communication. And I see that communication needs to be clear and communication needs to be quick as well. For some reason, it's not about rushing it. It's just about really proofreading it and being proofreading it and being quick to submit it as well, which is interesting. Can we have a look at the Six of Pentacles, please? We were looking at loans before. Yeah, they're saying don't rush into this. Okay, so you may be looking at a loan in order to achieve a result quicker, but with the King of Wands reversed, there's an energy here of poor planning. I want you to be careful of loan sharks if that's the avenue you're going to take, but they're really talking about poor planning here. Six of Pentacles could just be an exchanging of goods. It could be an exchanging of money for services, for example. And there's an energy here that you need to watch out for because they're not entirely trustworthy. With the King of Wands reversed, this is somebody who knows how to manipulate their charm in order to get what they want, but they aren't a reliable, trustworthy person. There's a feeling here of poor planning, and someone actually should have gotten secondary advice or should have explored other options before they signed up for this. The King of Wands could be a fire sign. There's a lot of fire here in general though, so I'm not too sure if this is just a creative situation or if it's something that is very passionate and something that is unique that not a lot of people do, which is why it's easy to get taken advantage of. But I also think that someone here, when it comes to exchanging goods for services or getting a loan of some sorts, you just got to be careful with that. Is there anything else they need to know about that situation, Spirit, about that person, or any advice around how to deal with this situation in the best way? For group 2, please, Spirit. Any advice? They're showing me the King of Swords, so they are asking you to do your research. They're asking for you to get a secondary opinion from another professional. They're also asking for you to just get advice in general. Ask questions. The more questions you ask, the more obvious it's going to be whether you trust this person or not, and whether they know what they're talking about, and whether they are trying to take advantage of you. They're really asking for you to not rush this process, especially if you are investing money into something. They want you to really get information. They want you to ask around. They want you to ask the right questions. They want you to get a second opinion. They want you to seek a professional for advice. It could be a lawyer with the King of Swords. It could be someone who is good with their communication as well and has the right research and resources available. But in general, it's really about ask questions. Don't rush into this. Now, this Nine of Swords, there was a temporary pause here of, goodness, did I make the right choice? The Queen of Cups, okay, that's interesting. They want you to have compassion here. They also want you to tap into your intuition to know whether you made the right choice. You need to learn to trust yourself more. You did, okay? But we don't think that over here. So what else can you tell them about this situation, Spirit? We have the Princess of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, you feel like you made a foolish decision. You feel like you didn't do the right thing. You feel like your actions were naive in a way with the Princess of Pentacles reversed. You're starting to second guess your merit. You're starting to second guess how capable you are. Goodness me. Why are we amplifying this energy? What is the advice? They do want you to trust yourself more. With the Four of Wands reversed, they're encouraging you to step outside of your comfort zone. They're encouraging you to not get too stuck in your circumstances. There's something about moving homes here as well. So potentially if this is a work opportunity, it could lead to you traveling. It could lead to a temporary upsetting of the household. It seems like some of you might be refinancing your home or your mortgage loans. There is an energy here of needing to compromise your safety net in order to be successful here. And that's where you're concerned. That's where you're like, oh my gosh, what have I done? But I do see that this was the right decision to make. It's just a matter of trusting yourself and knowing that you have made the right choice. I see that you aren't naive. Is something that needed to happen. What else can you tell us about the Two of Pentacles reverse, Spirit? Financial career advice for group 2. What else can you tell us about the Two of Pentacles reverse, Spirit? Anything else? Anything else for group 2? Interesting. We have the Three of Wands. There's travel in the cards for you guys, literally. They're saying that simplifying your circumstances could mean relocating to a place that is cheaper, more affordable for your family unit, or it could just mean that your work situation requires you to travel, which creates an unbalanced lifestyle. So heads up, if you've applied for a job that is about traveling, I think that you are going to get it, and I think that it's important that you know what you're in for. With the Hierophant reversed, it would be helpful for you to research this or to look into what other people are doing to cope with this imbalanced lifestyle. Even if you think it's something that you would be good at, Spirit is indicating that it could impact your energy. It's something that you need to prepare for. I don't know why they're talking about, you know how you prepare meals? What do they call that? At the start of the week? I can't think of it. Oh, I used to do it all the time. Why can't I think of this? Like you just do on Sunday, like a massive cook up and you make sure meal prepping. Yes, simple things like that might be able to help balance your energy so that you have more time for the ones that you care about or for your downtime so that you're not just constantly structuring and organizing your life. They want you to understand that this is going to be a very flexible situation and that it's important that you simplify things rather than complicate them so that you're looking after yourself energetically. The Hierophant reversed is indicating that your outcome here is quite unorthodox. It's either something that you haven't done before or it's very different to what you're doing now. It's not a traditional outcome. So if this is a job, it's something that isn't a traditional position or it's not a traditional type of employment, which is making me think that it could be shift work is very common nowadays, but it could be like a strange lifestyle that you're not used to. If this is like a financial situation and you're looking at loan, I do think that many of you will be refinancing because you're not satisfied with the terms of agreement at the moment and you're wanting other opportunities or other options out there that are more flexible to your needs. I just feel like the outcome here is going to be something that takes you in a different direction. Bottom deck energy is death. So we are transforming this area of our lives. Your financial situation is going to change over the next three to 6 months, apparently. The death card tells me that you are going to embrace this change. It's something that you know you need, and it's something that you may have also initiated. The universe is going to confirm that you're on the right path very soon by giving you an opportunity to step towards something. If they haven't already, I feel like many of you have already partially invested in something. What other advice, what other advice do you have for group 2, please, Spirit, when it comes to their career and finances? What other advice do you have for group 2? What other advice do you have for group 2 when it comes to their career and finances? Yes, they're saying step out of your comfort zone. I think many of you will be moving. The outcome here is unorthodox. We're also being shown work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. So Scorpio season is very significant. We're looking at late October to mid-November. Interesting. They're showing me Kendall Jenner. I don't know why. She's a Scorpio. The 3rd of November could be significant. She shares a birthday with my best friend, you guys. I'm not a diehard Kendall Jenner fan. I just know that her birthday is the same as my best friend's. So the 3rd of November could be significant. They're saying that these things are happening in threes though. So the death card is the number 13. The 3rd of November could be significant. It's right in the middle of the new moon in Scorpio, basically. And 3 months as well. So that's interesting. Nothing is yet set in stone. This is a very flexible situation, and it does rely upon you trusting yourself to make the right decision. They want you to let go of your fears. Easier said than done. Work through your fears is the main message over here with that new moon in Scorpio. But the full moon in Scorpio is asking for you to ride the wave and embrace the information that's coming towards you rather than cower away from it. They really want you to embrace this energy. It's going to happen quickly. It's going to happen in a way that you will feel like you made a rash decision. So just make sure you do your research. Just make sure that you're not coming from a place of lack. With the desert here, I know that that's a strange message, but they're saying that if you look desperate, you are going to garner desperate results. I have a feeling that there's going to be a schmoozer around you who's going to try to trap you into a circumstance that isn't in your best interest. They are very charming. They know what to say. They know how to sort of rush you into this. And I think it's going to be very helpful for you to get a second opinion. Desperate energy garners desperate results is what they're saying. My gosh. Group 2, please, Spirit. What other advice do you have for them around their career and finances? Group 2, what other advice, what other advice do you have for group 2, please? We're also being shown the riddle. Okay, so there is an enigma over here. We know that. There is an enigma. Mostly not so much an enigma. We just feel like we can't trust ourselves. This situation feels confusing. That's the number 53 as well. 3 is a very significant number for you. It's a significant date. 3 months, the 3rd of November, and the number 13. Interesting. Now we have 53. What else can you tell us about this riddle's energy, Spirit? What do they need to know about this problem? You need to know that the solution lies outside of the box that you're viewing. It could be a different role. It could be a different place. It could be a different bank. It could be a different financial institution. It could be a different thing, but it lies outside of the box you're currently in. They're saying that you do have the answers you seek. You're just struggling to see them right now. Alethea is trying to say that you do also know the truth. So clarity is coming. This card for me is about truth. It's about crystal clear advice or information coming through. So an epiphany over here with the 9 of Swords. The shadow is saying there is a lot of fear in this, but we do need to trust the energy that we're being shown. This is the number 28 as well, but with Roman numerals, 8 is written as 5, 3. So it's very interesting. This 3 is really coming through. Heart is complicating this with the Queen of Cups as well. You did make the right choice. I feel like you've made this decision for the highest good of everybody with agape here. You could be moving away from a loved one in order to make this happen. You could be moving towards a loved one in order to make this happen. But they want you to know that, oh, the stone, stubborn. Why do you want them to be stubborn? Because you are going to be successful. I feel like there is someone who could offer you information, support. I'm sorry that this is feeling very choppy and changey, but all this information is coming through last minute. The mentor is like the Hierophant for me. The Hierophant is over here reversed, but it's upright over there. So this may not be what you had in mind, but it doesn't mean that you're not going to be supported. There is still support around you. There is still information offered to you to help you feel comfortable with the actions that you've taken. And I feel like with the mentor here, they want you to know that the clarity is there. We just have to rise above the fear. That's the thing. The answers are there. The answers we're seeking are right there, but they're hidden amongst this fear. And we need to get a bird's eye view over this to see what we clearly need to do. And with the stone, that is an energy of being stubborn, of really sort of isolating yourself in order to get the clear, honest results. And also knowing when somebody's energy isn't helpful, when it might be holding us back or weighing us down. But overall, the stone's energy is for me like a level of protection. Like you're very sturdy. I feel like this is sturdy. Starborn, you're very guided, so ask for support and you will receive answers, you guys. It's interesting. I don't think you have a lot to worry about. I think that there is going to be a lot of fear, but because I'm able to see the outcome, it's a flexible outcome that may not be what you expected, but it is going to offer you a new direction that could lead to more experience. As that's what I want to say. I know that this for some reason isn't necessarily about money, but it will give you the right amount of experience that you're craving. It will give you options. It will give you growth. It may lead you to a new location, and it may not be what you're expecting, but I don't think you're going to be upset with the outcome either. I think that this is going to be something that wisens you and exposes some of the skills that you have to yourself as well. This is going to be an opportunity that shows you what you're truly capable of. You're changing in this experience. And the number 3 is significant to you as well. Mirror, there's an opportunity to reflect here naturally. The answers you seek are within. They're really confirming to me that the fear is what's blocking you, limiting you, but you do have truth and clarity. So what other advice do you have for group 2 in closing when it comes to their finances and career? We're being shown gratitude opens the door to all the good life has to offer. Be grateful often for what you have, and you will receive more to be grateful for. What you give is what you receive. We have at the bottom deck energy. Don't do as you planned, do as you feel, right in your heart. Practice listening to your heart again and again. Learn its language. Interesting. I do feel like that summarizes this energy of something that you didn't necessarily think or you didn't plan for is going to be your outcome. And I definitely want you to be careful of this person who is the King of Wands reversed. Get another opinion. I think overall you're going to be happy, but I just think that it's taking a path that you didn't expect. So that's what I see for you, group 2. If you would like to explore a different group, by all means, choose one of the other 4. Otherwise, always trust your own intuition primarily. Look after your beautiful self, and I shall see you in another video. Bye. Hi, group 3, and welcome. If you chose the pale Labradorite crystal, then this is going to be your reading. We're asking Spirit today, group 3, for career and finance advice. I am using a new microphone, so I apologize in advance if the audio is really frustrating. We're going to be working through this in the best way that we can, and I'm talking about me. I am, goodness, tech issues, man. Group 3, please, Spirit. Can we get very clear, honest information around their career and finances? What do they need to know about their career and finances at this time? What information do you, excuse me? We have the Knight of Swords reversed. Don't rush. Don't rush. Oh, okay. But I'm also hearing don't make me wait. Oh, goodness me. What's coming through over here? Group 3. What's going on with their career and finances? Hello. The Empress. The Ace of Swords reversed. Okay, so I see a rejection leading to a lot of growth, you guys. Something isn't going the way that you expected it to. This is like a following on of group 2's message. I see that we need to expand our horizons in order to expand our opportunities. You guys may need to open up your search here. If you're looking for a job, they want you to consider roles that you haven't done before or things that you weren't considering before. If we're looking at career and finances in general, they just want you to expand your scope a little bit. I see that there will be some form of a rejection over here. It could be an email telling you that you weren't successful in something, but I see that it ultimately leads to a greater feeling of success with the Empress here. You opening your scope, it's like, okay, so say you apply for a job and it's similar to the one you did before and they get back to you and say, sorry, the position's already been filled. And you kind of go, damn, there's only 5 other jobs like that in my city. And if that's how competitive the market is, like maybe I should look at alternate positions and roles. That's kind of what they want you to do. They want you to increase your search filter here, to make it a little bit more general, because I think that you're cutting yourself short. You have the potential to achieve a higher level of status. Not that I want to look at this as status, but I do feel like with the Empress here, you're pretending like you're a knight when you're actually the whole damn meal. I'm getting my analogies confused, goodness. But that's what I'm trying to say is you might be cutting yourself short. And I think that that you are going to be rejected from something that wasn't meant for you. Yes, they keep showing something not working out the way that you expected in order to steer you towards something that you truly deserve. And you shouldn't perceive this as a rejection. It's actually protecting you from something that you no longer need. You've ascended that area of your life. You've ascended that time of your life. So groups, I'm hearing time of your life now. Oh my gosh. That song, is it by Dirty Dancing? I think it's in that movie. Anyway, tangent. Group 3, please, Spirit. What career, finance advice do you have for them? Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Swords reverse. They want you to get out of your head so that you can apply for things that are genuinely meant for you with the Queen of Pentacles over here. I feel like Group 3, something is coming your way that you've picked up on but you haven't seen yet. You haven't applied for this. You haven't put your energy into this. It's going to be unexpected. And it's going to come at you in a way that feels like you can't overcome this task. Like it feels like, are you joking? Like this is a joke. There's no way I could get this. Do it anyway. Apply for it anyway. Put your energy towards it anyway. Don't tell anybody about this, because if somebody tells you you're not good enough, you're going to take that in your stride and you're not going to be good enough. They want you to do it, and they want you to sort of just leave it for the universe to solve, because I do think that you're going to be successful. I know that this sounds like a fool's advice, but honestly, I see a lot of success in you doing something that you feel you're not good enough for, because I think that you're actually lowering your standards right now. I think that you deserve more than what you're currently allowing yourself to have. With the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles, your finances are supposed to be abundant. You are supposed to generate a lot of material success. Not because I think you're supposed to be materially motivated, but it's because this is an area of your life that you're not supposed to be stressed about. When you start to worry about these things, that's when you start to experience roadblocks, because it isn't supposed to be something that is difficult for you. It's supposed to come easy, at least now more than ever. There are other areas of your life that Spirit wants you to put your energy towards. So this area is an area where they're going to take care of you. If you really reach out for the stars and apply for that incredible out of your scope sort of position or house or anything to do with your finances, they're saying you need to think bigger, reach for the stars and shoot your shot, because they will make it happen for you. They don't want you to worry about this area of your life. They're really saying that we've got you here. So can we clarify the Knight of Swords? The Lovers, yeah, there's something over here that you haven't done yet. They're saying don't rush. But I also just think that with those two cards reversed, it's saying that you just haven't done this yet. So two messages are coming through. Take it as it resonates. There's one part of you, Group 3, that has done something and you're waiting for the results. If that resonates for you, you are going to get the results, but they don't want you to overthink about it. Gosh, how can I word this better? If you're waiting for answers, they are going to come to you, so don't stress. If that doesn't resonate for you, there's another side of this group that isn't supposed to take action towards something until the answer is crystal clear. Because with the Lovers reversed, indecision and inaction is being amplified over here. Is there any other advice in that column for Group 3, Spirit? A blockage. The Three of Cups. Oof. Delays, distractions, delays and distractions. Something is distracting you from this inaction, indecision, from taking action, from making a decision. I don't think it has to be complicated. I just think there are other areas of our life that our energy is calling us towards. Some of you are holding out on this for the love of somebody else. You don't want to make this decision because you're afraid of how it will impact a friendship or a relationship or a family connection. Not really. It feels like a friendship. The Ace of Pentacles reversed. You will miss out on it if you don't act. Aces reversed are like big false starts. This is something serious. It has the potential to be very sustainable for you. Legacy energy. For others of you, I feel like this is your past energy. This is something that you were rejected from. You're waiting to hear the outcome for something else. What's the outcome? There's Queen of Cups and Justice reversed. Yeah, remember we were talking about this? You guys will be rejected from things that aren't supposed to be for you. You applied for something that was less than you deserved, and so you will be protected from it. You won't be able to have it. Somebody else will take that role, or somebody else will get that job, or somebody else will get that home because you deserve more. You're cutting yourselves short. You deserve more. Don't compare yourself to your peers, is what they're saying. You deserve more. Interesting. Can we talk about the Empress, please? Thank you. Seven of Wands. Yes, they want you to overcome your fear and to do the impossible. Reach for the stars. You will be successful. You especially, don't do what you've done before. Apply for something bigger. Apply for something different. Do something different because you will be successful. Don't do what you've done before when it comes to your career and finances. This is interesting. Group 3, please, Spirit. We have the Hanged Man reversed with the Page of Pentacles reversed. I feel like every false start in the past has been leading you towards this. You have a lot of experience and you have a lot of wisdom that you're cutting yourself short from. You will not be able to gain more wisdom and more experience if you continue to do the same things. They want you to rise above your circumstances. You deserve more. With the Hanged Man reversed, you need to trust yourself more and use your intuition as a resource, as a gift. It was something given to you to help you when your mind is clouded by confusion. Your intuition is your compass. They want you to pay attention to what it's telling you. With the Page of Pentacles reversed, you're actually wiser than you give yourself credit for. You have more experience, you have more resources than you think, you have more skills than you think, you have the ability to pull this off. You're not as naive as you make out to be. And I do see you overcoming this with ease, if I'm honest, as long as you don't let your past dictate your future. They want you to do different this time. Don't do what you did before. Eight of Swords reverse, Spirit. What is the advice / information? I'm sorry, you're going to have to be okay. The Knight of Wands. Yes, take action towards the things that you feel passionate about. Even if it seems impossible with the Eight of Swords reversed, even if it seems impossible, take action towards it. Your action may be impulsive, but I see you getting support around this impulsive decision. With the Star as a blockage, your hope is going to help you get through this, but I also feel like your mind is telling you it's impossible. That's interesting. The Star is a blockage for you when it comes to this. Don't lose hope or faith. That is one of the biggest allies that you have in this situation, Group 3. Hope and faith is your ally. Hope is their first name, faith is their last name, and they are your strongest ally in this situation. Intuition is your weapon of choice. You can use it whenever you want to give you the clear, honest results that you're seeking, the clear, honest information that you're seeking. But hope and faith are your biggest ally. Take them with you on this journey. Don't leave them behind. Don't apply for this and think that you're never going to get it. Keep hope and faith right there at the forefront. I also think with the Knight of Wands that there may be an unexpected change of events. It could be unexpected travel, it could be unexpected action, it could be unexpected communication, very spontaneous, quick energy over here. Anything else they need to know about this? Is there anything else Group 3 needs to know about this when leading to their finances? And career, 10 of Swords, it will be the end of a tough cycle. So I do feel like you were rejected from something over here. I feel like you may have applied for another job, you may have applied for another home, you may have done something with your finances that wasn't successful. The reason why was because you weren't looking high enough. You weren't shooting for the stars. What do they say? Aim for the stars, because if you miss, at least you'll land on the moon. Some of you guys were aiming for the moon and you've landed back on Earth. Like, what the hell? Why am I not in the sky with the others? The reason is you need to aim higher. You guys are meant to be more successful than you're allowing yourself to think that you are. And the 10 of Swords is telling me that the minute that you break that perception of yourself, that you allow yourself to step outside of something that you've already done before, will be when this tough cycle ends. That's when you'll get your opportunity. Can we talk about the Queen of Pentacles over here in her successful, sturdy, stable, independent energy? What has the Queen of Pentacles got for Group 3, Spirit? What's the energy behind that card for Group 3? What advice? We have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so I honestly see this burning slow and burning successfully. So this is something that over time is going to continue to offer more growth, more of a stable income if that's what you're looking for, or just more stability if that's what you're looking for. I see this developing into something that you're going to feel very invested in. It's not going to be a temporary situation. That's why they want you to think bigger, because this is a role, or this is a home, or this is a situation that is going to develop over time to become more, if that makes sense. You guys were looking at a page and thinking that that's all that you were worthy of, and that maybe one day you'll get to be a knight, but you're an empress. You know, this is about being at a knight's level, looking at a queen's throne and acknowledging that you have the empress's energy. You have the Midas touch in this situation. They don't want you to forget that. They're very clear in saying that you need to aim higher. We also have the Hermit here. Trust your guidance, trust your inner voice. Yes, trust your guidance, trust your inner voice. With the Two of Swords, you can make the right decision. Just trust yourself. The King of Wands is asking for you to plan this out, to create a strategy, a creative, fun strategy. Make this a fun thing. Don't get too concerned about what you don't know. Use the information that you do know to make a fun plan for yourself towards this goal. With the Six of Cups reversed, a soulmate could be able to help you do this, or you could be thinking about something from your past that triggers a way forward here. Something from your past could help you move forward. The King of Cups is coming out as well, reversed. They want you to take this seriously. They want you to pour your heart out, if that's what helps. They want you to look at this as something that is going to add to your life, not take from your life. And I think with the King of Cups reversed, there could be someone around you who can give you very honest, compassionate advice. This could be a loved one. This could just be somebody who you connect with, who is able to give you honest information in a way that it may not be entirely professional, but it's the truth. I feel like with the King of Cups reversed, this is someone who is a little bit unprofessional, but they're very clear in the truth. You know, it's like when you go to someone for advice and they have to be diplomatic and they have to be careful about what they say, and all of a sudden you're just like more confused because you're having to read between the lines. The King of Cups reversed is saying there could be someone who can offer you very clear advice to the point where it's a little bit unprofessional how honest they're being, but that's what you need in this situation. And I think that is what's going to help light that fire in you and give you the answers that you need. They're asking for you to, there's something about communication here. I might just grab one more card. What are you trying to say about communication, Spirit? Group 3, what is it about communication that they need to know? What is it about communication in this situation, Spirit? There's something about the Two of Swords reversed, I think. It's being clarified by the Chariot upright and the Nine of Cups reversed. Okay, so this is interesting. Watery energy. Bottom deck is the Death card. That was group 2 as well. So your financial situation is changing. You are transforming. They want you to shoot your shot. You will be successful. The Chariot's saying move forward with the communication that you have, with the information that you have, move forward. The Nine of Cups reversed is saying that I feel like you have to almost separate yourself from what other people expect you to do or from what other people are feeding into you. There's this energy of you're not getting the emotional support from those around you that you feel you need, but they're still asking for you to step towards this anyway. Even if other people don't believe in your dreams, even if other people don't see your vision like you do, they're still asking for you to step towards this. Use your intuition to discern what is the right choice to make. But I honestly think that you will be very successful here. This is interesting. Success is possible, group 3. It's just about allowing yourself to see how you've exceeded your circumstances. You've outgrown your circumstances, and you will continue to be unsuccessful for as long as you continue to limit yourself to something that you've already done before. Adjustments are required is your advice from the Moonology deck. They do want you to adjust your trajectory. Don't shoot for the moon, shoot for the stars. Group 3, please, Spirit. What other advice do you have for them? Expect powerful change. I definitely believe so. The Empress and the Queen of Pentacles tells me that as soon as you get out of your head, as soon as you change the way that you've been doing this, change your approach, that will be the minute that you are successful. Any other information? Excuse me, I'm messing up my words trying to talk too quickly. Communication is key. New Moon in Gemini. I was picking up on that. I don't understand why completely. I think that for some of you, it's about distancing yourself from people who aren't giving you the support that you need so that you can get out of your head and just be standing there with your main ally, hope and faith, instead of all the naysayers. But otherwise, I think that communication is key because there's a part of our mind that is still telling us no. And that card isn't just about your voice, it's about your internal voice, your mind. What is your mind telling you? So I think that self-talk communication is key here. Really standing with hope and faith and letting yourself think that you can be successful here. That self-talk, positive self-talk is key here. We're also being shown the energy is gaining momentum, and I feel that with the Knight of Pentacles under the Queen of Pentacles, this is the kind of thing that is going to continue to filter success into your life for the rest of your life. It is meant to be a stable, slow growth towards success. Like, you are supposed to have consistent success in this area. The Mother, that's interesting. What other information can you offer, Group 3? Why is the Mother reversed? The Mother tells me that there could be an emotionally manipulative person in your life who is letting you think that you don't deserve as much as you do. The main reason they're doing this is because they don't want to lose you and they want a bit of what you have. They feel like you're cultivating success for the two of you. This could be a hitchhiker who's trying to tap onto your success in order to get a piece of the pie, so to speak. But I think that in general, with the Mother reversed, it's also just about nurturing yourself and mothering yourself, especially if you're feeling like you're not emotionally supported from those around you. The Fault Line reversed tells me that you have overcome similar situations in the past. You are someone who potentially reinvents themselves regularly, or you're someone who has overcome more difficult things in the past. This is supposed to be a fairly easy situation for you, but with Comic reversed, I see that it is something you take seriously. It's not something that is a light-hearted situation. It's something that is big to you. Starborn tells me that that hope and faith is really got the key to your success, you guys. That's the Empress energy again as well. So I feel like hope and faith for you guys is really about allowing yourself to see that you are capable, to see that you are able, to see that you can pull this off. Your perception is everything. The Thread tells me that you could be shooting your shot in the dark, but you will be supported, okay? Even if it feels like you don't know where you're going, as long as you follow that inner compass, fuel that inner compass with positive self-talk, you will be supported. We also have the Venom here. So I do think that there's someone in your energy who is a bit toxic, or they're not at least helpful towards what you are working on. There's someone who isn't able to pull off these things. There's someone who succumbs to their negative self-talk. There's someone who listens to that voice and decides they're not going to try today. I don't think it's helpful to be around this person when you're in this energy. It might be helpful to limit your time around them so that you are able to embrace that positive self-talk. There's someone here who is a bit of an energy vampire when it comes to this area of your life. Anything else from this deck? We have the Cave, so they are encouraging you to seek time alone in order to get the wisdom that you need, the clarity that you need. They're also indicating that you already have it, but it may be helpful to distance yourself anyway to be able to listen to the most important voice, which is you, the One. The number 30, the One. They're also indicating that you are someone who is supposed to do things that your peers aren't doing. It does make you a bit of a target to jealousy and spite. But if people aren't able to support your vision, then they don't deserve to be standing next to you. Is there anything else with this deck that you would like to offer, Group 3, in terms of advice? Whenever life throws obstacles in your way and things don't go as planned, accept them and say, thank you, I'm ready for the lessons this alternative path will teach me. I trust these lessons are valuable for my dreams to come true. And that's the case of those rejections, you guys. Anything that was pulled away from you or that didn't work out was because you were shooting too low. The universe is encouraging you to raise your sights. Bottom deck energy is close your eyes and think about your dream, being alive and real. How do you feel? Cherish this feeling and keep it as your compass. Follow it. Beautiful. So Group 3, that's what I have for you in terms of your career and finance advice. I hope it was helpful. It's still a general reading, even though we've got so many groups. So please only take what resonates. Don't let the rest take from you. If you're curious, by all means, check out the advice in the other groups. Otherwise, I'll see you in another video. Bye. Hi Group 4 and welcome. If you chose the Howlite crystal, then this is going to be your reading. So Group 4, we're asking Spirit for career advice today. We're going to be asking for financial advice in general, and we're going to see what comes through about your life too, because apparently Spirit's out here giving us a little bit of information about our life and our relationships as well. We'll see what comes through. Now, you guys, I do need to just remind you, I'm not a financial professional, I'm not an accountant, I'm not an advisor. So if you feel you need that kind of advice, by all means, get support from a professional in those areas. My aim with this reading is to tap you into your intuition, to hopefully confirm things that you already know, or to bring things to your attention that may have been suppressed by the louder voices. So we'll see what comes through, Group 4. And I'm using a new microphone today, so please let me know what you think about the audio. I'm personally going to do my best to scrub it up and make sure it's clean and clear, but we'll see what happens. Group 4, please, Spirit. What information can you offer them around their career and finances? What do they need to know about their career and finances, please, Spirit? Oh, Ace of Swords reversed. Why does this love us? Why does this card love us so much today? It came out in 3 of the readings so far. Goodness me. As a secondary card, though, that's your first card, which tells me it's actually a very profound energy. I'm not going to beat around the bush here, Group 4. When an ace is reversed, it implies rejection or a false start. It implies that something is a no rather than a yes. It implies that something is blocked rather than open. So I feel for you guys that something has an application or something to do with communication has been rejected. I don't know why this keeps coming through, but a false start is guiding you towards something else. What else can you tell us, Spirit? Group 4, what else can you tell us about their career and finances? Group 4, what else can you tell us about their finances? Group 4, please, Spirit. What else can you tell us about their finances? We have the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, things are getting complicated, but we're good at doing this. They want you to change the way that you've been doing this, actually. This card in particular talks about harmonious change. Simplify the process if you can. It doesn't have to be as complicated. If we're looking at resumes, if we're looking at cover letters, cull the information, dial it back, get very specific, make yourself stand out. It doesn't have to be complicated. They're saying that simplicity wins in your situation. It doesn't have to be complicated. What else can you offer Group 4 in terms of financial advice? Oh my days, these cards. What else can you offer Group 4, please, Spirit? Hello. We have the Knight of Pentacles, slow. Oh no, they're saying no, not slow, stop, especially with the 8 of Wands reversed. What do you want them to stop, Spirit? What's going on with your finances, Group 4? Queen of Pentacles reversed, stop. You guys might be paying for someone else's way. They want you to stop it. This is interesting. You're caring for someone financially, potentially, or you're trying to be their financial provider. Unless this person is kin, and even then, if they're big and hairy, Spirit's saying stop. If this person is able to support themselves, stop trying to pay for them. Stop doing it. They're also indicating that something else needs to stop. You've maybe been taking on too many responsibilities in your workplace. They're asking you to dial this back because it is only going to lead to burnout. And it's also leading to them putting more onto you. If you have the tendency to take on too much at work, this is only going to continue. They're going to continue to take advantage of you to the point where they're going to really devalue you. The Queen of Pentacles reversed is someone who accepts a promotion for almost the same amount of money and tenfold amount of responsibilities. They're really trying to prepare you for this. If this is something that you've considered, that is what is going to happen. It feels like you're being undervalued. You could have better success elsewhere, but I don't know if you want to do that because the Queen of Pentacles is a very sentimental person, especially reversed. This is someone who is being taken advantage of by their compassion. The Queen of Pentacles is undervalued materially, but compassionately, you feel tethered to the circumstances. What's going on with the 8 of Wands reversed? This is talking about delayed communication or delayed progression, delayed travel. It's delays in general. It's also something being blocked energetically. So what's going on with the 8 of Wands reverse, Spirit? Death. Okay, a delayed transformation. There's an area of your life that is very blocked, you guys, and it feels like it's causing blockages everywhere. It has something to do with emotional issues, and it needs to be addressed ASAP. Otherwise, it's only going to create tension in all areas of your life. The Death card reversed is saying that this is a period that wasn't supposed to last this long. It's now become very, very big. It's something that is becoming routine in terms of the suppression, in terms of us pretending it's not there and denying its impact, but it is important that we address it because it is impacting every area of our life. It's also delaying our opportunities for growth. It's delaying our opportunities to see what we are worthy of with the 8 of Wands reversed. We're not able to see our potential when this is under us, when this is hanging over us. So can we talk about this Two of Pentacles again? What do you want them to change? What's going on over here? Your daily routine needs to change, apparently. What's going on with that Two of Pentacles? What do they need to do? They're showing me a card, but it didn't come out. What's going on with that Ten of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, excuse me. What's going on with that Two of Pentacles, Spirit? Hello. We have, yeah, the Three of Swords and the King of Swords. Oh my gosh, this is a heavy energy, you guys. I kind of wish I had Palo Santo burning because this is very heavy. The Two of Pentacles is being clarified by the Three of Swords and the King of Swords. So I want to say mental manipulation, okay? They want you to change the way that you look at your circumstances. We need to get through this situation. And if we don't allow ourselves to see differently, we won't be able to have different results. Your mind is controlling your circumstances. You're very stuck in a cycle. And you're barely there, if I want to say. The Two of Pentacles is someone who's just going like this. There's not a lot there. There's not a lot of fun. There's not a lot of living. There's not a lot of... It's just someone in survival mode, cycling through their daily routine, trying to make it between, you know, wake up and going to sleep again. And with the Three of Swords reversed, it's like our mind is trapping us in a feeling that is no longer there. The wound is healed, but our mind is telling us the pain is still there. This may be triggering. I don't mean to minimize anybody's mental health, but what Spirit is indicating with the Three of Swords reversed is that the physical wound has healed. Our mind is prolonging the pain by telling us that it's still there. With the King of Swords reversed, this is also someone who is either unable to face the truth, in denial, or someone who isn't able to see things for what they truly are. This is mental manipulation, and it feels like this is something that you could be doing to yourself, or something that someone is doing to you to tell you that you are stuck and that you're in pain and that this is all that you can manage right now. And don't think about expansion, or don't think about change, because it's not going to help. And that's the exact opposite of what you need to hear. You need to know that you're only as trapped as you let yourself believe you are in this situation, and that this is something that needs to change. It can't continue this way. Physically, your body can't do this for the rest of your life, but mentally and emotionally, this isn't living, this is surviving. And it's not what you deserve. You deserve to live. You deserve to experience success. And I feel that this is something that's weighing in all areas. So what is the Ace of Swords reverse doing? What is this rejection? What does this know? The Temperance, a reconciliation potentially, going back to an old job, going back to an old situation. Energy being separated rather than reconciled. A separation of thoughts. Is that what you're indicating? It's interesting. For some of you, it's black and white, living two worlds, not allowing them to merge. Because if this one does with that one, then it all falls apart. Oh my gosh, this is turning into an interesting reading. Very interesting. I might switch decks soon, but is there anything else in this deck that you have any information or advice you can offer group 4? The Four of Cups, you're not happy. Okay, so what is the helpful information then? It's time to start living. That's what they're saying. It's time to start living. It's time to start living. Open the window, breathe the air, and let the opportunities in. It's time to start living. They don't want you to do this for the rest of your life. This isn't living. Look at that bottom deck energy. It's completely closed off. What could that card be? The Three of Cups. Interesting. How did that end up reversed? It doesn't matter. The Three of Cups tells me that friends could be helpful right now, or just trying to embrace more of your present moment in general, not to self-sabotage. I want to be very clear. This is the kind of energy that self-sabotages, but to actually gain joy, genuine happiness, genuine raised vibrations, incorporating more fun into your daily routine, beautiful soul, because you deserve it. It shouldn't be about survival. You have the opportunity here to thrive. You have the opportunity here to really live your life to its fullest. Even if you have to continue working a job that you don't particularly like, embracing joy will allow more opportunity into your life, and eventually you'll be exactly where you deserve to be, one step at a time. But they want you to prioritize your happiness. It's time to actually start allowing ourselves to be happy. Stop telling ourselves that we're not allowed to be happy. The wound isn't there. The mind is letting you think that you are still in pain, that you are still wounded, that you are still limited. We don't need to keep doing this anymore. What other advice do you have for group 4, please, Spirit? Specifically around their career or finances, please, but sure, we'll take anything at this point. The mirror, it's time to look at ourselves. Some of you haven't been allowing yourselves to see things clearly. You've been distracting and deflecting onto others. You have to look at yourself very clearly now. The mirror is also indicating that secrets are coming to light. It's time to embrace who we truly are and what we're truly here to do. For many of you, it's about knowing your worth again. Don't beat yourself up and allow yourself to be in a crappy situation just because you think that's what you deserve. It's time to see clearly. The riddle reversed is saying that something is being solved for us. Something is being illuminated. Something is being shown to us in a way that it's no longer a secret. It's no longer a problem. It's no longer something that is confusing. Temple is saying we need to prioritize our physical health. We need to prioritize our home environment. We need to take more meaningful moments out, not just isolating, not just binge watching, not just numbing ourselves with distracting behaviors, but actual mindful, meaningful time out. There's this deep sense of self-worth in your group 4. This is a group that needs to embrace and embody who they are meant to be in order to attract the opportunities that you are meant for. I feel like we need to start changing the way that we see ourselves and the way that we see opportunities coming towards us. We need to allow goodness into our lives, and the best way to do that is internally. Nothing can come to us if we've got this thick layer of deflection around us. And many of you are deflecting opportunities. It also feels like with the thread here that you are being guided to do something that feels like a stab in the dark, but it is going to lead to success. It's just a matter of taking that first step forward, okay? It's going to be a bit tricky because you're not going to really know where you're going, but you are going to be guided. You are going to have a strong gut instinct or a strong emotional pull to do something and to follow a specific direction. They want you to take that path. It's going to get you out of your dark period. It's also about embracing your collective energy. Anima Mundi, you are never alone, okay? You are a part of a collective consciousness. Your soul tribe is out there. There are people who care about you. And if you don't feel supported in your current environment, then it's time to go out and find these people and change something to bring you closer. Bring joy back into your life. Do the things that make you feel good about yourself, that make you feel happy. That is going to bring you closer to your soul tribe. Anima Mundi is more so about collective conscious, though. What you put out is what you get back. And if you keep putting out this energy, you're only going to get the same results, good or bad, you guys, good or bad. Anima Mundi, what goes around comes around. The crone reversed is telling me that there is a piece of wisdom that we're denying ourselves of. There is a piece of information that we're denying ourselves of. It feels like something here is trying to clearly show us the truth, but we're not allowing it to go through. A message has been delayed here. Action has been delayed here. We've grabbed this and we've suppressed it instead of allowed it to come to light. It could be a truth that you need to reveal, or it could be something that's trying to come towards you that can't because your energy is blocked. The crone is also saying that you're a lot wiser than you lead yourself to be. It's about a change of perception here. Some of you guys have the insight. We're just not coming from the right perspective. Changing that perspective so that the information is helpful rather than unhelpful, so that it gives us opportunity rather than limits us from our growth. Let's get some more advice. What other advice do you have for group 4, please, Spirit? What other advice do you have for group 4 around their career and finances? We have the energy is gaining momentum. Yes, I do see that, okay? There's only so much longer that we can do this. A tower moment could be happening very soon for you guys, depending on how severe this is. What other information? Your dreams need a practical plan, which involves practical action. But they do want you to be very careful about something that you're getting yourself into. They want you to be very careful here because you're being undervalued and you're not being treated with the respect that you deserve to be treated with. What else is going on for group 4, please, Spirit, when it comes to their work through your fears? That's that thread situation, taking a step towards something that feels like it's not going to be supported, but it will be. They want you to step outside of your comfort zone. That's how you will get the results that you want. Powerful change will result from that. And they also want you to believe in the impossible. Don't let pride get in your way. That's also a card that talks about fear getting in your way as well. Now, what closing advice do you have for group 4 when it comes to their finances and career, Spirit? This has been more of life advice, though, if I'm honest. Your finances are a reflection of your energy in general, beautiful group 4. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to lessen the blow because this is a very difficult message to deliver, but that is what I'm feeling for you guys. And I do think that there is a synonymous feeling of delay and suppression and not allowing ourselves to see what is real and what we truly deserve. We need to change the inner narrative. We need to really flip the switch here and allow ourselves more opportunities. So your closing advice is, instead of making excuses and telling yourself why you can't do it or why it's not possible, ask yourself, what if it is possible? Believe in the impossible. You also have, whenever life throws obstacles in your way and things don't go as planned, accept them and say, thank you, I'm ready for the lessons this alternative path will teach me. I trust the lessons are valuable for my dreams to come true. This card came out for the last group as well. And your bottom deck energy was, there is only one of you, and that is your strength and your gift to this world, to be unique. Honor your gift by listening to your heart, following your passion, and trusting your inner voice. Remember that rejection is divine protection, and in your case, things won't be able to change until you allow yourself to think differently, until you allow yourself to attract differently, to let positive things in by exuding positive energy. And it doesn't mean that you have to be 100% perfect or positive all the time. That's not physically possible. Nobody expects that of you. But for as long as we allow ourselves to see ourselves in a particular way, then that is all that we're allowed to be. They really want you to work on yourself here and to change the way that you see yourself, to change the way that you allow yourself to have success, because that is how you will get the success that you deserve. It's up to you, group 4, what you do with this message, but that's what I see for you when it comes to career and advice around your finances. If you would like to look at the other groups, by all means, definitely see if there are messages elsewhere, but I just want to say that you are the oracle in your life. Take what resonates, don't let the rest take from you. Sending you so much love and light, group 4. I honestly wish you all the success that you allow yourself to have, and I shall see you in another video. Bye! Hi group 5 and welcome. If you chose the rock crystal, then this is going to be your reading. So today group 5, we're asking Spirit for advice around your career or your finances. I don't do these readings often, but when I do, I like to offer a lot of groups and I like to try to get very clear, specific advice. That being said, please remember that legal disclaimer in the beginning. It's annoying that I have to do that, but just if you need professional advice from a solicitor, from a financial advisor, from an accountant, don't hesitate. So let's get straight into it. Let's start with your tarot, group 5. And see what Spirit can offer you in terms of advice or information in general. Group 5, please, Spirit. Everyone who chose the beautiful rock/clear quartz crystal, what is their advice around career? Oh, 5 of Pentacles reversed, 9 of Swords. I'll show you them. And we have the 9 of Swords over here. I'm also using a new mic, so I have no idea what the audio is like at this stage. I should have checked the other groups, but I'm hoping it's crispy and nice. We have the 10 of Cups coming out as a blockage. Okay, that's interesting. And we have the 2 of Pentacles. I think I'm going to leave it at those for now. The 10 of Pentacles as a blockage concerns me a little bit, not gonna lie. It tells me that your happiness is blocking you, or your family is blocking you, people you care about are blocking you. There may be a lot of responsibility on your shoulders to do what is right for a number of people, not just yourself. You may feel as though you're compromising some of your happiness in order to make it through the next cycle. I feel with the 5 of Pentacles reversed that you're coming out of a period of financial hardship. I would say that this challenge is ending if it hasn't ended already. And it also feels like for that to be accompanied by the 9 of Swords, it's a matter of perception as well. Remind yourself that the situation is temporary. Don't let your thoughts let you believe that this is going to last forever, because you are overcoming this challenge. The 10 of Cups, I want to come back to it. It feels like your happiness is a blockage because either You're expected to take care of other people and to be responsible for their security and happiness as well. Or you just kind of feel like you made a choice, perhaps following your happiness, that isn't going to pay off. For it to be followed by the Two of Pentacles, I am a little bit worried that some of you guys, it's a feeling of, can I pull this off? For the Two of Pentacles to be upright, I would say yes, you can, but you may need to restructure and reorganize, or reprioritize is the word that they're saying. You may need to reprioritize your responsibilities and your duties and how much you carry on a daily basis. The Two of Pentacles is someone who can definitely juggle what they're trying to achieve, but you can't do this forever. We have to look at this as a temporary thing, and then we have to put a plan in place as to, well, how can we make the situation better? How can we make sure that it's easier, or that it's more balanced, so that we're not juggling in the first place? What is in the best interest, or what do I want to do moving forward? They want you to think of a future plan here, because you are going to get through this patch, and once you do, you need to change the way that you've been doing this, because it's not fair on yourself. It's not fair on the circumstances. It's time to lessen the amount of things that are in the air, basically. All right, so can we clarify the Five of Pentacles, Spirit? What's going on with group? Okay, this is interesting. We have the Knight of Cups, almost a blockage. The Knight of Cups is usually a kind sort of personality that can be shy initially, but it's somebody who shows real interest and has a sense of I want to say emotional attachment to the cause as well. When it's reversed, it feels like there's an emotional detachment. For some of you, you could be going through a separation of separating your finances from another party, or from another business, or from another situation, having to get really serious about your money again. It feels like this is something that's very serious, and there's not a very strong emotional attachment here. It's a very practical thing of, I just need to do this, and I just need to make it work. And we also have the Emperor. So there's fear of losing control here. The Emperor is highlighting an idea that either we're afraid that we've lost control, or we are really trying to gain control, and there's an obsession over this task. With the Emperor reversed, I would question intentions in this reading, Group 5. It feels like you're separating from someone who has been controlling your money, or controlling the way that you make money. And it feels like we're trying to figure out if we made the right choice to do that. I want to say yes, if that was the case, because the Nine of Swords upright is telling me that a lot of this is in our head, and it is temporary, and it's just going to lead to an epiphany that is going to make us feel grateful that we did this. But I do feel like you just need a bit of more confirmation. So what else can you offer them for that spread of cards, Spirit, about this situation? We have the Seven of Wands. They really want you to know that your fear is still blocking you. Your fear is still blocking you. It could be the fear of the unknown. It could be a fear of taking further risk, because you feel like you've already done a risky thing and barely pulled it off. Some sort of fear is causing you blockages. And it feels like, with it being the Seven of Wands, that it isn't necessarily a real fear. It's more of an energetic challenge. It's something that you need to overcome by yourself. It doesn't feel like it's necessarily something that will impact everybody else in this situation. It's something internal within you that needs to be overcome. So can we talk about this Nine of Swords, please? I actually see that as the light at the end of the tunnel, but let's see what Spirit can say. Group 5, please, Spirit, for everyone who chose that rock crystal. What else can you tell us about the Nine of Swords? Excuse me, that's too much, but I will take that card. Okay. Oh, the Ten of Swords. Yeah, you're completing a cycle. You had to take your power back. You couldn't keep giving like that. People put you in a position where it was not fair. You weren't getting paid fairly. You didn't have the autonomy that you deserve. It feels like you wanted autonomy. It feels like someone put you in a position where they were calling all the shots, and it was very controlling, and you just lost compassion. You were like, my heart isn't in this anymore. I see that this is still something that you think about. You feel either guilty, or the idea of doing this was to take control back. The idea of doing this was was to work alone, maybe be your own boss. The Two of Wands reversed tells me that there have been delays, a change of plans. You're kind of a little bit unsure as to whether you made the right choice with the Five of Cups here reversed, but you will overcome that feeling. It's temporary. I do think that you're going to go back to something with the Eight of Cups reversed. It's either someone's going to come back to you with an emotional message, or you're going to feel tempted to go back to someone because of an emotional tie. But with the Death card here upright, it really feels like overall we're just focusing on transformation in general, and for whatever reason, if you do go back, I don't see you going back for a long time. I just see you kind of, because your heart is still in that place, whether this is a relationship or a previous company or another business that you used to work for, you might go back temporarily just because your heart is still there, but or part of you feels like, okay, well, I just want to check up on them and make sure they're okay, or I just want to see if my colleagues are doing okay, or maybe you have like a family attachment to your old work, something like that. Now, the Nine of Swords is a light at the end of the tunnel. You do need to know that. We have to get through this period of doubt, though, and I see you doing this healthily. What you're experiencing is a healthy level of doubt and fear. There's nothing wrong with doubt and fear. They serve purposes. And this is a healthy level. This is the kind of level that sort of keeps us in check and just kind of confirms, yes, I did make the right choice. This is the kind of fear and doubt that almost motivates us to really pull this change off, because we got to make it worth it now, you know. And there's a reason why fear can be prominent in these big decisions, is because we feel like we have a lot to lose if we don't work this out. And for me, I use fear. I don't know why I'm sharing this. Sorry. This is about you, Group 5. But I personally like to use fear as a motivator. If it's something that terrifies me, I move towards it. And the main reason is because I hardly ever get nervous. I hardly ever get afraid anymore. I see fear as an obstacle of something that is a challenge and is something that I need to overcome. I don't know why. Maybe someone, if you know of like a zodiac placement that's that it is linked to, please let me know. But for me personally, fear can be a massive motivator. And with the Nine of Swords upright, I definitely think that this is a healthy level. It may be temporarily like crippling. You may think, oh my gosh, I'm really struggling today, but you're going to work through it. It is being clarified by the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. So I want you to know, Group 5, that you are going to have success. I see you creating a legacy of some sorts when it comes to your finances. I see that for you, fear is an indicator of something that is worth pursuing. I see that your wealth is going to be multifaceted, if that makes sense. You may gain income from a variety of sources. With the Ten of Pentacles, you could create a family business of your own, something that you're very proud of and something that supersedes you after you pass. This is something that your children could be involved in, or your spouse, your partner could be involved in as well. It's something that is going to create a very comfortable lifestyle for you ongoing. This is longevity. With the Ten of Swords, we do need to change the way that we are thinking, and you are going to come to that conclusion in your own way. When ready, I see you overcoming the struggles that you're experiencing mentally, being able to remove yourself from that fear and doubt in a way where it's not limiting your progress. I see that you're going to receive confirmation soon as well, if you haven't already, that you've definitely done the right thing. This could be a way of, financially, you're going to start to tick boxes and be very stable and secure, very secure, to the point where you could be running the place that you've moved to if this is a job. Now, we also have the Queen of Swords reversed. So the Queen of Swords reversed is talking about careful communication. If it isn't helpful, don't do it. Don't say it. Remove yourself from the situation if it's better for your mental health. It's time to remove ourselves if it's only making us feel guilty by continually checking in. For some of you, if you have ties to your old workplace or whatever the situation was, it could have been a relationship that you've left behind, it would be in your best interest to limit the amount of communication you have there, because I see that this is only stopping you from focusing on this, and it's only playing with your head. It's giving you like mind games. You're starting to doubt yourself, and you're starting to take responsibility for other people's sadness and feeling a level of guilt that shouldn't be borne upon your shoulders. Now, the other reason why the Queen of Swords is reversed is because they want you to really limit your vision here. They want you to focus on something in particular temporarily. You're a kind of like a bird's eye picture kind of person. You are meant to be ambitious. You are meant to create a variety of different income streams. But for right now, with the Queen of Swords reversed, they want you to focus on one thing in particular, just until your mental health is better and just until you're able to ground yourself more. They want you to focus on one thing in particular. So with the Ten of Cups, please, we have the Knight of Swords. So they really want you to take action towards your happiness. Don't delay your happiness. Happiness doesn't wait for the weekend, Group 5. Happiness doesn't wait for the weekend. There could be something else impacting your happiness as well with the Three of Swords showing up as a blockage. This could be a relationship. It could be a separation. It could be some sort of tricky communication. I've been seeing the Three of Swords lately as a difficult conversation that we need to have. It's something that it frightens us. It's something that we feel may hurt somebody if it's not done right, but we kind of know we need to have it. And excuse me, for the Three of Swords and the Ten of Cups to be here, it could be someone in your personal life that's impacting your finances. You need to take action towards this, and I see you doing that. I see you coming out successful. I would just practice your speech a little bit more with the Knight of Swords. That's not a very well-rehearsed person. That's someone who's a little bit clumsy and maybe needs a better plan. You're kind of just rushing in and hoping for the best here, and maybe that'll work. Let's see. Is that going to work, Spirit, or do they need a better plan? Group 5, do they need a better plan? Yeah, you might do, okay? With the Five of Cups coming out reversed, you could do better with a better plan. The Five of Cups reversed tells me that someone could be getting their heart broken over this conversation. I think it's a temporary, like rip the Band-Aid off kind of thing, leave them to it, let them heal on their own. You're not responsible for their healing, etc. But I do think that planning would be the best thing to do here because there's emotions involved for some reason. What else can you tell us about this, please, Spirit? Any other information that Group 5 needs to know? You're wise enough, you're ready enough, you are going to miss out on an opportunity, which is your own happiness. No, you don't owe anybody anything. Spirit is saying that you're going to miss out on your own happiness the more you avoid this, which is interesting. This is going to offer a lot of transformation in a positive way. It's going to change things. It's going to confirm that you did need to walk away. You might be going back to something here. They keep talking about going back to something. What else does Group 5 need to know about this situation, Spirit? Eight of Wands, communication will change everything. It could lead to a prosperous new beginning. It could lead to a renewal of hope and faith. You might need to do this privately. Don't do it around peers, but I see that this risk that you're taking, it could lead to a lot of happiness, and it's going to lead to your happiness, is what I want to say for once, because it feels like you'd been compromising that for something else that was very controlling. Can we talk about the Two of Pentacles, please? We have the Five of Swords reversed. Okay, so I do see that we need to balance something here. This is talking about a win-lose outcome. So that's interesting. Whatever this is, it's going to change your lifestyle, and you need to prioritize the things that matter to you, whatever that is. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody else, but whatever this difficult conversation is about your happiness, you taking action towards it and having some sort of speech that you need to deliver about your happiness, it is going to lead to a change in your lifestyle. A harmonious change is what Spirit is saying. Look at that at the bottom, a harmonious change. You can do this, you can pull this off, it is possible, but it does require planning and consistent communication. So I don't know what this is, but you need to be open about what you need and what the other person needs or what the other party needs. I'm not too sure what this is about, but communication excuse me, needs to be consistent, and it needs to happen in a way where we're understanding each other, we're meeting eye to eye here. Not necessarily a compromise, but it feels like someone loses here, so we do need to be very clear about what we're actually able to do. And what I feel could be losing is like a hobby or extra things that you'd been picking up on the side because you've made this decision to follow your happiness now rather than just listening to what other people want you to do. So that's what I feel could be happening. Anything else that you need to offer them in that section? The Ace of Swords, speak your truth and you can't lose. That's what they're telling me. Speak your truth and you can't lose. It could be a rebirth. This could have been a false start in the past that's finally happening. It's finally grounding. It's finally taking root. Why is that the word? Yeah, the odds are in your favor with the Wheel of Fortune upright. I see a lot of success here for you guys. A lot of success. So let's get some cards, oracle cards, Any other information for group 5 before we close this reading? Do you have any other advice around their finances / career, please, Spirit? Oh, the other thing is the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Pentacles, the Five of Swords reverse, the Ace of Swords. Some of you guys could be dealing with a long distance relationship, or you could be wanting to connect with somebody who is at a distance to you. If that's the case, I see that you will be successful. You have room for each other's lives. You just need clear, consistent communication, and you'd be surprised how this works. The odds are in your favor. With the Wheel of Fortune upright, distance isn't an issue. With the Two of Pentacles upright, you do have room for each other in each other's lives. The only concern is communication. Be very honest about your availability. Anyway, group 5, please, Spirit. What other advice do you have for them, please? What other advice? Hello. Conclusions are within reach. Yeah, they don't want you to give up, okay? You did make the right decision. Full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. A win-win outcome is forecast. The odds are in your favor. Anything else for group 5, please, Spirit? I think I keep calling you group 4, and I do apologize for that. Group 5, please, Spirit. You and your loved ones are safe. You have a new opportunity with a loved one here. I do feel that. And you need to know that whatever you choose to remove yourself from, they will also be looked after. But you do need to remove yourself from something. What do you need to release is what Spirit is saying. Let us get some of these beautiful cards as well. Can you offer group 5 any other additional information about their career and finances? Any other additional information about their career and finances? It could just be a habit for some of you. Oh, Thanatos, stop denying yourself. This is grieving and awakening. We do need to let go of something that's holding us back. Grieving and awakening. Potentially we've outgrown a situation as well with that card. What other information can you offer them, please, Spirit, around their career and finances? Hello? Okay, what is that? We have the Creator. Yes, you are abundant. You are destined to have abundance. You're destined to have multiple streams of income, to be creating a legacy of some sort. It could be a family business, but it feels like you are supposed to be your own boss. And when you're feeling manipulated, that's when I feel that you lose interest in what you're doing. If you have a level of autonomy in your role, then you could happily work under somebody. But the minute that somebody puts unrealistic rules over you, or just kind of tells you, micromanages you is the word that I want to use, then you kind of lose interest and your heart falls out of love with what you're doing. Group 5, please, Spirit. What other information can you offer them? The unseen. There is something lurking in the background that needs to be addressed. You need to focus your vision on something. What do you want them to focus their vision on? The castle. They want you to focus your vision on your holistic castle. The castle isn't just a material object that we build with, bricks and mortar. It's this idea of creating a legacy of tenfold, holistically. The people in our life reflect the energy that we have. What do they say? You're only as successful as your close friends are, which, I'm not telling you to go out there and cull everybody who's close to you if they don't meet your reality. But what I do feel is that for you guys, this legacy involves you having a strong amount of people in your life who support your vision, who are maybe similar to you, energetically ambitious and understanding of your hard work when it comes down to it. And it feels like it's supposed to impact everything, your lifestyle, your relationships, your work. You are supposed to be this king or queen of the castle, and it's a holistic thing. When you elevate in one area, another area of your life starts to become illuminated as something that is holding you back if it isn't up to that standard. It's not to say that you have to completely let go, but I do see that you need to have a difficult conversation because you've at a point now where you're ready to leave your nest, and I feel that someone is trying to keep you. Anything else? We need to cut this reading short. Y'all have been very long compared to the others. There could be someone that you can get advice from with the mentor. This person has an outsider perspective, and they can offer very unbiased, clear advice in a way that comes across as very wise, not opinionated, not trying to choose sides. They have an objective bird's eye view of the situation. They may be able to offer you advice. The destroyer tells me that it's not about destroying your connections. It's about identifying what is no longer working, either fixing, coming up with a solution, or deciding that, listen, this was fun while it lasted, but for now I need to move forward towards what is meant for me. It's not about destroying. We need to change that language. We're not trying to ruin something here. We're trying to leave room in our life for what is meant for us. And if you are in a situation that is meant for you, maybe it just needs to be readjusted. Otherwise, there's a strong emphasis here on releasing something. All right. Closing advice for group 5 around their career, please, Spirit. career and finances. It's interesting how you're a very holistic person. Your finances affect every part of your life. You might be an earth sign or just a very ambitious air sign. I'm not too sure. I'm thinking cardinal energy as well. Anyway, let us have a look. Yeah, Libra is strong in this reading because you need to balance every part of your life. So your closing affirmation is, if you could create anything you wanted, what would it be? Journal or sketch your creations on paper. Start to believe you have limitless possibilities to create in this world. We also have, take in everything life has to offer, the happy, the sad. Trust that you are always where you should be and you are given the lessons you need to move forward. That's the ultimate thing here, is they want you to accept how you feel, happy or sad, because those feelings are trying to show you how to move forward. It's not so much a hard lesson to learn, it's just something that needs to be absorbed and accepted for what it is so that we can move forward. And your last card is gratitude. Opens the door to all the good life has to offer. Be grateful often for what you have and you will receive more to be grateful for. This is a very quick way to raise your vibration, especially if you're going through these tricky things and these tricky themes, these tricky conversations. Expressing gratitude for what you have done and for where it will lead you could be a quick way to raise your vibration. However difficult that conversation is, it's something that you do need to have. So group 5, that's what I can see for you. That has been your holistic career and financial advice. I hope it was helpful for the time that you've seen it. We do have 5 groups for a reason. If you feel you have messages in other groups, by all means, go and have a look. Otherwise, this is still a general reading, technically, so I've got to say it. Take what resonates. Do not let the rest take from you, and I shall see you in another video. Bye!